And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, your least favorite podcast. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD. What up?
You know what, brother? Just another day in paradise. Just living the dream. What about you?
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
buddy,
you sound defeated.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't see an end in sight.
Oh no.
I just every day's a struggle. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up.
You fought a good fight. You know, that's all we can say.
Right? I did.
Yeah.
Hey Tilly. All right, so tonight we're still on the NA train. Found this. This is the same brewery as we had last week. Hoplark. This is Hoplark 0.0 Citra, double dry hopped with Citra hops. This baby, if you heard me last week, I did nothing but just brag about it. You got 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 protein. Yeah, I mean, the only ingredients you got here: carbonated water, Citra hops, and citric acid. So there you go.
I was gonna say this is like a hop water.
Yeah, it's
clear as can be.
Oh, is it? The last one
almost kind of like a little watered down lemonade look to it.
Oh hell, I didn't know that because the last one we had was it was beer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I really enjoyed that beer. You can go back and watch the live stream. Alan and I were supposed to do an actual like individual beer review on it, but we'll get around to that when we get around to it. So, but yeah, this one, wow, okay. It reminds me of the tequila soda water.
Okay,
what it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, that smells pretty good, pretty zesty. Hello, old school.
What's up, old school?
Okay, all right.
Interesting taste.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just a little hop seltzer. That's the best way I can describe it. I do like the citrus though. Double dry hopped. That's what's up. All right. Ooh, I'm getting alerts saying we had some overs hit from Victor Wimbayama. I'm glad old school's in here because all right. So I met with Alan Saturday. Was it Saturday, Alan, when we met up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because college football was on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're watching college football. A lot of Tech fans there, and was it Colorado and Tech? Who the hell was playing?
It was Colorado and Tech. Yeah, and then after we left, Colorado they started taking over before we left, and then by the time I got home, they were up by like 21. I was like, well, that escalated quickly.
So we're sitting there hanging out, and I had to give him some prints and stuff like that. We'll talk a bit more about that later, but anyway, so it just happened to be, it's like, you know what, man, we got to get out of town. We got to do something. I got to get out of this house. I got to get out of here. And so I went and Googled Vegas. I was like, Alan's usually down to clown a little bit, if I get somebody to go with me, and sure as anything, it was $33 for a day trip. And I was like, we're back, baby. We're so freaking back.
Yeah.
And of course you were like, I won't know till the day. I was like, I don't care. I'm taking care of it, whatever. And so I got home and I asked Lizzie if she wanted to do it. She goes, yeah, I'm in. I go, we're in. Okay, we're going to do this. And I don't, I might not even have booked till the next day. I can't remember. Anyways.
No, I think you booked it that night. I think I had texted it that night. Yeah.
Okay. Booked it that night and then fired out like 5 text messages. Sent it to Old School. I sent it to Melton. I sent it to another buddy of ours. I'm like, it's $33. Do you want to party? So I'm like, hey, this is the day. I'm only going for the day. Old School, I think he said if he does go, it's going to be one of those over. He's going to stay the night. You know what I mean? Or stay for another day or so, which I totally get. Hey,
more power to you.
I don't even know how I feel about it because the last day trip I had was very rough. And I got home at like midnight. And that was late. Now I'm getting home at like 4 a.m. But I'm leaving a little bit early. Usually that overnight flight, it gets out of there about 12:50. This one's 11:50. So we're going to give it a go. I'm going to try to, we'll try to have some fun. There is some new attractions there. MGM has a giant ass, what is it? The golf, putt-putt golf.
Okay.
Whatever. Cool. Yeah, it's like 40,000 square feet of all kinds of S. Yeah, he's looking into it, baby. Oh, buddy. So we're gonna land early. It's the early flight that me and you flew out on. So I was like, yeah, we'll go there. We'll get some Denny's or something, and then do some walking around.
And then a few hours later, we hit up the White Castle, and
Yeah. Lizzie was
see
like, we don't have a schedule, right? I go, no. I go, the only schedule I got is I got to go to White Castle.
yeah, that's it.
And she's like, okay. I was like, yeah, that's literally it. So it's December 10th. Looking forward to it. My son can't go. And I was like, come on, Ty. And he's like, I'm starting my new job. He started that like a day or
This
so
week,
ago.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, I'm glad that you're being responsible. And he really is. Like he really loves the job and the opportunity and all that kind of stuff. So he ain't leaving, ain't doing nothing. He probably won't take no days off for like the next couple of years.
Oh no.
Company man.
Oh, oh. Did you let him know that doesn't pay off?
It does some cases. It does in some cases. So, anyways, yeah, it was good, kind of just catching up and BSing and whatnot. And like I said, I gave you some prints. You gave me my Rangers batting practice helmet or whatever.
Yeah.
It's one of those things are so cool because I remember having them, and I remember back in the day when you go to like Baskin Robbins, and they would I mean, even they do it at the ball field as well. There you go. And they do it at the ball field too. And it's like, so all these plastic hats, and then they had the big ones. You could have a big one. Now, you didn't wear it around your friends because your friends are dicks, and they'd slap the top of it. And those 5, little things that hold the interior webbing in there or whatever would go right into your freaking dome. But yeah, I mean, I love those damn things. And so now I think that's like my 4th one.
I have 3 now because I have the Giants, I have the Pirates, and then I just got that Angels one. So
yeah. I got to get me a Sox one. I do want some old school ones. I wouldn't mind an old Padres one, a Dodgers one. Obviously, I'd give me a New York one as well. So there are some that I want. You can buy the whole, like some of these people sell the whole set on eBay, but I'm like, I'll go one by one. But I probably should just buy the whole damn set because that's gonna cost me less money per helmet. So, but yeah, that was fun. I was like, all right, cool.
I mean, it depends because like I bought that helmet for $2,
Mm-hmm.
right? I got them for $2 each, and I was just at a thrift store, and they were just sitting there, and I was like, huh. Well, you're coming home with me, right? Whether you wanted it or not, I was buying it. I was like, hey, do you have this one? You're like, no, I don't. I was like, all right. Well, now you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, but if not, I would have had it. So
nice, awesome, dude. How fast is November flying by?
It's absurd. Like
I don't know even what to say about it. I looked at the calendar. I was like, oh man, dude, we got like a whole month before Thanksgiving. We're good to go. And now we're like 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Like
I don't know what's going
on. That
on.
escalated quickly, very quickly.
And it's flying by, but then on top of that, you have people that immediately, as soon I'm talking before I got all the crap out of my yard from Halloween, they're already putting up Christmas stuff. Like you got any man in your neighborhood that's already got their Christmas lights up and on?
Couple of houses down, the dude's got a Santa Claus bigger than his house in his front yard, an inflatable Santa that is just, it's massive. Like, and it replaced the massive like skeleton pumpkin guy that he had inflatables, like a pumpkin skeleton type thing that was just massive. And this Santa, I mean, his house is kind of like slanted, like on a hill type thing. And so it's down there towards the bottom, and it's still taller than his house. Like
Does he only do one inflatable?
No, he's got a couple others, but he's got that big ass Santa. I'll have to take a picture and post it.
Yeah, there's a dude in the next neighborhood over, and a giant pumpkin. It's big, and he's got a big ass house, and it's as big as his freaking house. It's not like the one more. It's a commercial one. You know what I mean? It's got the big old pump behind it and everything to keep it up at all times. And then it does the same thing with the Santa Claus. I'm like, holy moly, like what the hell's going on? But I'm like, this guy's got the perfect bit. He's like, set it and forget it. I'm pretty sure there's not any other lights on at that house. Nothing else in the front yard. Nothing. He just puts these giant ass inflatables for 3. He probably has a turkey out there right now. But Jesus. But yeah, I got neighbors that full on trees are up, all in the window, lit up every night. Christmas, the lights all around the house are on. They got inflatables out front. I'm like, bro, it's not even, we're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving and you already got your stuff up.
Yeah, we got our turkeys out. We got an inflatable turkey in the front yard and one in the back. But that's it. Like we're not putting Christmas stuff doesn't go out until after Thanksgiving. If I do anything, like if I have any free time between now and then, I'll like start to set up the lights on the house, but they won't get turned on. Like I'll turn them on once to make sure that they work, and then they won't come on again until after Thanksgiving. But that's just if I have any free time, which probably won't. But
Yeah. Luckily, I guess the house, it's like if I'm on the front side of the house, my normal size ladder just reaches it. Like I can reach it from there. So it's kind of easy. And I do the Clark thing, boy. It's staples all the way across. I used to put the little gutter hooks or whatever on there. I don't know. It seems like squirrels and stuff chew it all up. I don't know. So I got me a new rifle to handle those squirrels too.
yeah, you were telling me about that this
Yeah.
weekend.
I fired off like 15 shots just blindly one day. I was like, he's out there somewhere. Ka!
I mean, if you don't get him, you might get a mountain lion. You know, yeah, that's mountain lion. He was in Plano like yesterday, just trolling around. He's just been all over. But Frisco started in Frisco, now he's in Plano. Like,
Just roaming, bro.
just he hasn't attacked anything or any like. There's been no reports of pets or interactions with people. He shows up late at night, showing up on people's Ring cameras and things like that, and he's just kind of trolling around, just seeing what's going on.
Jesus, that is crazy. I don't know what I would do if I came across. I'd shit my pants. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, no,
I'd
that's
freeze up.
proper response is to shit your pants.
I don't. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. The mountain lion
Like,
in Frisco. There's Frisco. Yeah, in Frisco, Plano.
but they don't know if it's the same mountain lion. Like they haven't been able to determine whether or not it's the same one or not, or if this is multiples. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what he's doing.
Trailer park.
He's making a trek to go somewhere. He's like, hey, I just really want to get to the Grand Canyon, guys. I've been really wanting to see that, and so he's just kind of making his way there.
Bro, that thing is huge.
He's a year and a half. He's a
Wow.
youngin. He's only a year and a half, and he's massive.
Just walking down a residential street, North Plano. That ain't far from here.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like, what happened? Here's what to do. I'm gonna read this to you. If you encounter this mountain lion,
Is it just 2 words? Shit yourself.
Yeah, it's pick up all children off the ground immediately. I'm like sticking the kid and running off. Take him, dude.
I'll be faster than you.
Yeah, do not approach the lion. Talk calmly and move slowly. Do not turn your back on the lion. Do not run. Enlarge your image. Avoid crouching or hiding. If the lion gets aggressive, throw sticks, rocks, or anything you can get your hands on the kid. If the lion attacks, fight back, which can drive them off. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you just sock that effer in the nose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that easy. You just punch him.
It's a damn cat. Don't you know how to handle a cat?
His claws are a little bit bigger than a cat's. What's up, Jason?
He is a cat. It's the same size as a cat.
No, he's not the same size as a cat. You could get away with kicking Peyton. You can't kick this cat, okay?
See, you're saying cat. It's a cat. They're all cats, but it's just
a big cat.
Yeah,
it's a big cat.
I actually was gonna do a little shout out for Mr. Jason Dennison here. So we went up to Choctaw Sunday night up in Durant, Oklahoma, and just wanted to stay the night. We're like, we'll get out of the house, screw around a little bit. I also wanted to go to, it's called The League. It's like a massive sports bar out there. It looks like a book. That's exactly what it looks like, but it's not. It's like I'm just waiting for them to just flip the switch, because they probably have 100 televisions, right? And so they had all the games on and whatnot. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to be going to Durant. Are there any other breweries? Because the only one I see is Lost Street Brewing in Durant. And he goes, hey, check out Harbinger or I called it Harbinger, but it's Harbinger. And that was up in Cato. And I think that's how you say Cato. It's Caddo, Cato, Oklahoma. It was like downtown in this cool ass little area. Popped in, real rustic. It's an old ass building. Kind of small tap room. I don't know, normal size. I don't know how to say it. Maybe the tap room was about the same size as Brutal, right?
Oh,
total. And then you had an outdoor patio, and then they were like taking over the next building on the other side of the outdoor patio. They have like concerts and stuff out there. Had a big old stage. So we sat there for a little bit. We're just like, hey, you go, what can I get you? I go, you know what? He goes, you can do flights if you want. I go, no, man, I already see what I want. And it's that Kolsch. And I go, is the Kolsch good? And he's like, yeah, here you go. And so Lizzie and I had a couple of those each. And then we're asking about the game. And he was like, oh, here, he turned the TV on and he put it on the channel. And he handed me the controller. Here you go. Put it on whatever you want to put it on. And so I was like, well, they had some cool little music going and whatnot. And I'll do a whole little separate review because I brought home the Kolsch, so I want to do the review and whatnot. And so I had a lot of fun at that one. And like I said, really, really cool. Almost didn't want to go. Didn't want to leave, but I was like, well, we got to head over to Law Street. Popped in there. They were a little bit bigger. They remind me of kind of Community or False Idol. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just a lot more going on, snacks and all this other, stuff. They had a lot of trinkets and stuff there too. So it was a pretty large place. It was pretty big. So it was really nice. It was really cool. So yeah, big shout out to Jason there for recommending going up to Cato because I really, really enjoyed it. Did you see the brewery behind the glass door? No. What brewery behind the glass door? You mean like the
at the brewery you were at?
Their production area? Because I did see the production area. Yes.
Was it behind a glass door?
Both of them were, I think. Yeah, both of them were behind glass doors.
Did they have a bunch of Oompa Loompas running the place?
I'm waiting to see what I missed because now I got to go back if it's something like that. Like now I've got to go. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I need to know. But we had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun out there.
So it was behind the bar area. So I guess it was at the brewery that you were at.
Yeah, I saw that area. What's going on at United Craft of America and Yeast Infection Brew Works over on Instagram. We got Instagram up tonight. I was gonna go live for SB Fantasy Football, but they just wouldn't let us. They said we don't qualify, or I think because we just created the account. So
because I think the thing is, I think with StreamYard, the program we use, you have to have 100 followers in order for them to let you stream live. I think that's what it is.
What was weird is it says you got to have like a certain account to go live on X, whatever. It's like, oh, actually, I can go live from my phone.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here, but maybe they're trying to pick up some loose change along the way.
Always.
Follow
the money. That's what they say. All the money.
Had a blast up there. Really appreciate the recommendations. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, really good time. And so we had a room. The room was comp, but they put us on the second floor. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna get you guys want a balcony?" We're like, "Yeah, we want a balcony. It'd be fine." Never had one up there. Well, the second floor, they're like terraces or whatever you want to call it. So like you can walk out onto it, and it's probably 15 feet long, 10 feet wide.
So good size.
Had a 6-person table out there with a couch and a couple chairs, and that's where we shut it down. Like we were done for the night. Like after having some fun and gambling and everything like that, we went upstairs, and I was having a cigar, had my feet popped up on the table. Lizzie was laying down like on me on my lap, and I had the Bluetooth going, bro, and I was just looking around open air, and buddy, it was nice, and it was gorgeous that night. It was gorgeous. So big fan. Had a lot of fun. Yeah, I didn't only and someone I ran into someone from Santander from work up there, and so I was like, I ran into them, and I was like, holy crap! I was like, hey, how you doing, man? Whatever. And he says he goes up there twice a month. He goes, this is my sanctuary. I go, no kidding. So big, like to gamble a lot. And I was waiting to see him at work this week so I could ask him, like, hey man, what do you actually play or whatever? I didn't want to bog him down or anything like that. And but yeah, I was like, Jesus, man, that's pretty cool.
Was it a Buffalo Trace cigar? Those are delicious.
No, I couldn't even tell you the brands. I had 3 random ones. They were like from multi-packs and whatnot. But yeah, no Buffalo Trace cigar. They burned pretty good. They each one lasted like several hours. So it was definitely, and they smooth, easy smoking. Didn't have a real bad stench to them or whatever, so it didn't like stick to you real bad. Yeah, it was.
Some of those sweeter ones, they'll like kind of coat your mouth a little bit, right? I'm not a big fan of those, but like your whiskey cigars, I think are pretty damn delicious. And those $2 ones we get are pretty damn good. I can't remember what brand those ones are, but
Quorum ain't too bad. The Blue Band, States, because they're
Yeah,
not the red band Drew Estates is the sweet ones.
the sweet
Yeah,
one. But
they
those
didn't
blue
have any
ones.
Drews out there at Total Wine before when I went out there to pick some up. I did, you know what? When I got a corn one, and then there was like two other ones. I was like, okay, let me give it a try or whatever. I think I might have taken a picture of one, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to look that up. But yeah, totally chill. Had a good time. They took my craps machine out of there, so I didn't play any craps. I was going to play baccarat, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And they were 3 deep, had
No,
extra seats there. Like the pit boss, like, hey, idiots, you
check your
can't have
forearm.
this many people here. There's too many chairs at this table, and whatnot. So yeah, Jason, we're drinking. Go ahead, Alan.
We're sticking with Hoplark, which is what we had last week. We're having their Citra. It's a double dry hopped with Citra hops. Looks like this bad boy right here. And it looks like almost like a watered down lemonade look to it. Like, but it's not bad. It's an interesting taste. It's something different. Um,
Yeah.
I can't say that I I'm still figuring out whether or not I like it. Let's say that, as I'm on number 2 right now. So, it requires more research.
Yeah, yeah, and we're gonna give it more research. So
Yeah.
don't you worry. But yeah,
Like
Summer
some,
Shandy.
no, I wouldn't say because it doesn't have that it doesn't have a lot of Citra taste to it. To me, I would want a little bit more of that Citra taste to it, kind of like that lemon taste to it. Um, it's just kind of almost like a watered down hop taste. Is that what you're picking up from it?
Yeah, I mean it's a drink that's, let me just tell you, we've reimagined craft. There's no calories, no sugar, no carbs, no gluten, flavor bomb. That's what you're getting with this thing. So
Yeah.
it's just an alternative. I got a green screen, so you can't see that, but it's to me, it's just top water. That's what it is. It's kind of refreshing or whatnot. Uh, that's same thing as Lagunitas. They got a hop water as well, and it does remind me of that. Let me see what they. All right. We do everything differently than corporate drink companies. We never use added flavors. We don't take shortcuts. We brew every drop ourselves. We pack it ourselves right in our brewery in Boulder, Colorado. Double dry hop flavor. We've developed a unique proprietary brewing process to create a new craft experience made simply from the highest quality Citra hops and sparkling water. There you go. Sparkling water. That's all it is.
There we
Yep.
go.
It says it's not beer. It's not a beer. It's a hop lark. So, yeah, and it's all right. What's the date on this thing? I'll make sure we didn't get an old one because I've had a couple they've left on the shelf and they didn't really seem to care.
Um,
5/5/25. Cool,
there you go.
perfect. But yeah, people like they talk about it like, give it nice little reviews on their website. That is because of it. It's not on Untapped. Bunch of jerks. So, anyways, they didn't have my machine there. And the baccarat table was crazy. I mean, crazy packed. So I just kind of hung out. I kind of had beers. We brought a 12-pack of tall boys, and I kind of kept topping my cup off. And, even when I ran through all that beer, I was like, okay, well, let me just order, give me a couple more,
Right.
just kind of people watch, hung out with Lizzie a little bit as well, obviously. And then finally at the end of the night, before we were about to call it a night, I was like, she's like, come on, let's play. I want to play one more game. I go, okay. And it's one of those, it's called Crazy Rich Asians. That's the name of the game. It's that movie.
Right.
And so she sits down, she goes, here, play right here. I was like, okay. So usually when she does that though, sit down because you're about to win some money. And so I sat down, I was like, slipped some money in there. I didn't like max bet. I like hit it in the middle and I just bink. And then it just went, it was like, special effects and all that kind of stuff, and got free spins. Got more free spins during the free spins, more free spins during the free
Oh,
spins.
those are always fun.
So I got like 50 free spins. Didn't get as much as I wanted. I think I don't know what the final number was. It was like 100 and some change. It wasn't nothing crazy, nothing like what Lizzie usually wins or, whatever. But I was like, all right, cool. Cash out. And I walk upstairs. So it's like I'm done. I've played one hand. I rolled the dice one time. And there you go. You can't think of anything better than that. And I already spent that money anyways. That money was spent at the bar. So I broke even, baby.
How'd Lizzie do? She normally does good.
I didn't ask.
Okay.
She was up, and every time I see her, she was kind of up or be down. And, she likes playing all the different machines. Something catches her eye, she jumps over there and plays. I mean, she ran a couple of them up, and then I always ask her, "How's it going?" She goes, "Buddy."
Walk
So
away.
you can't make it on without breaking some eggs. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
that's just what it is.
Jason wants to know what's the most expensive bottle of liquor we bought.
$150, I think.
See, I don't even think I've spent that much. Like I've never bought a real expensive bottle. I'm probably 50, right? Like a whiskey, that I probably spend about $50 on. 40, $50 somewhere around that area. Your Woodford Reserve, your Buffalo Trace, you know.
Yeah, it was some tequila bottle. It wasn't even for me. It was actually for Melton, or Melton's wife. It was her
Okay.
birthday. It's like her 50th or something like that. And so I bought her a damn good bottle of tequila. And of course, they're like, "Hey man, we're doing shots." I gotta drive this old broad home. I ain't doing some shots, or whatever. And the crazy thing was, like, it was a badass party. It was a house party, and then they had the tent outside with the dance floor and all this kind of stuff, and just coolers and coolers of beer. And so when I got there, he was so excited I came, because usually I'm sick, I'm under the weather, right? So listen to telling people I haven't been feeling good for years. They always wonder, like, "Is Brandon okay? Like, is he on this deathbed?" I go, "No, he
Dying?
just doesn't like to hang out with people." But anyways,
He just hates people.
I went out there and he goes, "Come on out here, come on, Brandon, come on, let me show you this, whatever." So he opened up all and goes, "I got you plenty of beer right here, buddy. So get the drink." And I was like, "Okay." So I must
All
have
right.
went through, like, 50 Coronas. But I wouldn't take a shot. Actually, they convinced me to take one, because I looked at Liz. I go, "What do you think?" She goes, "Yeah, you seem fine." I go, "Okay, I'll take a shot." I go, "Give
I
me a
mean, you
little."
gotta take one with the birthday girl, right?
I
Like,
I did. But yeah, that other than I think I bought, I think, a $75 bottle of whiskey, but it wasn't like it was good whiskey. I think it was like Crown, but it was like the big one. It was
what
like
about that Game of Thrones whiskey you bought? Was that pretty expensive?
that was like 70 bucks, $75 is Lagavulin or whatever.
Yeah.
God, it's just kerosene. Someone poured kerosene in that and slapped a label on it.
Dude, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when I had it. I was like, "Oh, this is good." You're like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah."
Vomit.
I don't
So
know.
maybe that one and the other one, time that that Lagavulin or whatever, however you say it. It was a normal sized bottle. It wasn't big at all. It was like, we held on to it for a while because I just didn't drink a lot of it. But we've had that for the final season of uh
The Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. But yeah, the one I had bought one time, it was, we were having a party at the house out in Little Elm, and I had come out of the liquor store with it. I was like, I had it over my head. Like it was a damn trophy. And then it came with a damn swivel. You know what I mean? Like, so you'd have to pick it up. It was a big OMFer. I mean, it must have been over a gallon. I don't know what
Oh,
the hell.
wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of whiskey.
And so yeah, I didn't make it that far through the night. I was just like, yeah,
Just
all over
spoiler
the.
alert.
I had
I
to
almost died
rally.
that
I had to rally quite a bit. It's like,
night. Oh, shoot. Let me ask you a question.
uh-huh.
Because you brought up Game of Thrones. We brought up Game of Thrones and Peter Dinklage. Did you watch the trailer for that Tiptoes movie that I sent you?
No,
Okay.
didn't watch it yet. I mean, we can fire it up on here if you want. How long is it? Oh, the sound will probably be screwed up. I don't know what's going on with this board. I'm about to throw it away.
The I watched it, and if you guys haven't, I mean, I never heard of this. I sent it to TJ too,
Okay.
and he's like, "Holy crap! How have I not heard about this movie?" And basically the premise of the movie is, and it's got like Matthew McConaughey stars in it, Kate Beckinsale's in it, Gary Oldman's in it, Peter Dinklage, Patricia Arquette. It's got, and I feel like I can say this because it's her stage name. Like she goes by this name. Um, the porn star Bridget the Midget is in it.
That's her actual name.
Yeah, that's what she goes by. So if you were to look up her videos, that's what
Oh,
it's under.
oh, it says like lyrics. There's like a song by Ray Stevens.
I mean,
What the hell? There's a song named after this. Her name was Bridget Powers in real life.
yeah. Jason, I'm drinking the season holiday beer from Shiner. The peach and pecan is good beer. Oh yeah, those are good ones.
Oh, I know this chick. She was in
I know
the
you do.
league. She was in the league. She was Rafi and Dirty Randy's daughter.
But and the premise of the movie is Matthew McConaughey. Everybody in his family is a dwarf, and I don't. It's like it's a romantic drama that tries to be serious, but it's just funny, and like just the trailer itself is just wheels off. Like,
Yeah.
and spoiler: Gary Oldman plays a little person. Matthew McConaughey's twin brother, actually. So, yeah, I mean, you watch the trailer and you're just like, holy crap. The first thing you think of is, was this a Saturday Night Live bit? Like, that's what you think. Like, you don't think this is a real thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's a real movie. It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it. And it's just the only way I can think of to describe it is magical.
God. Jason, I'm actually looking forward to getting to the holiday beer from China. Yeah, I saw it this weekend. I think I'm just gonna get the holiday pack. I'm probably go up there tomorrow or something like that during lunch, just so I can secure it, because I definitely want to go through it and have some and probably get me some Shiner Cheer as well. So yeah, I looking forward to it. I just haven't. I've been trying to push off the holiday, like Christmas stuff, because I've given Thanksgiving its due.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Give it the respect it deserves.
it's just everything's getting crammed down the throat with all this Christmas stuff. It's like, good golly. Anyways, yeah, I watched. Here's some movie I fired up. I did watch Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Okay.
Monday, I think.
I haven't fired that up yet, but I will.
And then I went directly to Christmas Vacation.
Oh my gosh. After you just got done talking about how you're pushing it back to give Thanksgiving the respect it's due, you do that. You slap it in the face and you watch Christmas Vacation. Like,
well, I turned it on. I didn't necessarily watch it. Like, I laid there and watched the entire Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, right? With Christmas Vacation, it's like, oh, something. Watch this next, okay, and then I watched like 5 seconds of it, and I was in and out of the room, and then eventually I just turned it off because it was like Monday Night Football and whatnot. So,
oh, speaking of Melton, we've been talking about you, brother. What is up? How you doing, Melton? Hope you're doing good. Jason said he had one of those mini kegs from Specs.
there you go. Yep, Specs has them. Total Wine, yeah, those are cool. I like those little mini kegs. They're fun.
Yeah,
they keep the beer fresh. I mean, as long as you drink it, I think within a week. I think I wouldn't go further than a week, unless you have like your own little carbonated
CO2
growler. Yeah, I mean that'll keep it fresh. We actually have one. I got to find it because I got to ship it to Old School.
Okay.
Because that's he won a contest, but everything I had in that room, I don't know where any of that stuff is.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, I have no idea where it's at. So, and then I got to start. I'll tell you something else. I'm starting to I'm going to sell everything or throw everything away. Like, I'm done. Like, even Lizzie's like at the point now where she's like, yeah, I'm going through all these shelves and cabinets and everything like that. We are getting rid of stuff. I go, sounds good to me. Like, finally.
Well, good luck with that. Because saying it and doing it are two different things, right?
Yeah.
You watching the fight on Friday?
Yeah, of course. It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's an underdog. He's 58 years old. Lizzie's watching the Netflix special right now. And it's like, if you're our age, I think if you're over the age of like, say 30 something, like 35, you're rooting for Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
If you're a child, you're in your 20s or a bro or, whatever, you're rooting for whatever the hell his name is. You know what I mean?
Jake, I think. I think this one's Jake.
I was like, listen, she had the special on, and I'm like, this guy's already got CTE. Like, he talks like he's knocked down a peg. He's not fast, right? He might be fast in boxing.
I don't think he's not the smarter of the two brothers.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I was like, oh boy. But yeah, he had his speed skating girlfriend there, and she's just smiling and nodding or whatever. I don't know if she knows what he's saying. I don't know if they sound like they've been medicated. That's what they sound like. They sound like they are tripping balls. Just, hey, man.
Jason, have you guys been to the place Brutal Beer was? He just changed the name on there, but he just changed it to Grain Slayer. And if you look at the page, I think that's going to be, because the one thing he talked about was doing a bunch of home brewing stuff with the page. So I think that's what this is the transformation over to the home brewing aspect of things. But he hasn't really said anything. But no, there's not a new location or anything like that. I know that's kind of his goal at a certain point in time, is to reopen and learn from his past mistakes and things like that. But yeah,
it's a different location. Don't hire crazy people. Hey, so he's asking if you've seen the place. Have you driven by there? Is anybody there?
I don't think any. No, it's still got the Brutal sign up and everything.
So it's a Brutal sign. Okay, roll. Yeah. Do me a solid. Whenever out and about tomorrow, just roll through the parking lot. I just want to see what's up.
Okay.
Take a sad picture in front of the door too, and then email it to him.
He is a cool guy. Eric is I freaking love that guy.
And all Alan did was kick him in the balls for 4 hours when they shut it down and drank all his beer for free. You know what I mean? Like, just unbelievable. Yeah, he's
in my defense, it was everybody else too. So including you. So don't even try and high road me.
I took my shots every time, but I always followed up with a hug. I was like, I love you.
Yeah, same here.
We went tip to tip probably 30 times that night. It was it was wild. I was like, Jesus. Yeah. Alan just kept, shooting from the head. Like, dude, it was some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like the stuff he was saying. I was like, I couldn't even believe it. I was appalled.
Yeah.
So I was like, the guy's losing all this or whatever. You're just sitting there just kicking away. Like,
he was kicking back. Don't act like he was just taking it. He was fighting back. So
he should. Well, he should have. He better.
Yeah. It was with all due respect.
That's how you start. With all due respect, how do you feel it? Whatever. Jesus, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to.
I don't even remember.
Well, shocking.
So,
yeah. That night was an embarrassment for yourself.
I've been way worse than that, but that's beside the
point. Yeah. I was reminiscing to the first time we went live out there. It was 9/11, about 4 years ago.
We called his mom.
Yeah, called his mom. Had a lot of like all of our friends and stuff. People showed up and whatnot. It was a fun night. It really was. It was a good time. And then of course I'm liquored up so bad. I'm like hanging out of the car, but not the way you think. I'm not like yakking all over the side. I'm like holding on to the roof rack, like windows open, the sunroof's open. We're like got the radio blaring. Thank God Lizzie drove it. Yeah, I was just, dude, it's pumping, beating the beat. Jesus, yeah. You had a lot of good memories out there. I hope the best for him. Obviously, he brewed some damn good beer. And I'm telling you, when you went out there early on, and he was 100% in charge of doing all, he was in brewing and all that. It was damn good.
Yep.
So yeah, it just he'll be fine, and I hope he does open up a new place. And he, like he said, he's going to learn from his mistakes, and he's going to come back stronger. I hope he does. I really do, because he's got the talent for it.
Yeah, we actually got to get him on, because he talked about joining us afterwards, and we're horrible about following up with things, so we just got to follow up with him and get him on and just talk.
I'll ask him what the hell Grain Slayer is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, hey, buddy, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We slaying? That's not what we talked about slaying, buddy.
You're into all my old Brutal crap now because it's just outdated. It's not even got the new logo on it or nothing.
Cool. It's not even cool anymore.
I don't even. I'll throw away that hat.
Take a Sharpie and draw all over it now.
I should do. You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. If we ever meet up and we know that we're gonna meet up with him, I'm gonna have Lizzie make me a shirt.
It says Grain Slayer.
It's gonna. I'm gonna have his logo right. I'll do the small one on the front and the big one on the back. and maybe I'll put like "suck it brutal" or something underneath of it or some shit. I don't know, but yeah,
Brutal stuff.
brutal sucks. Ah, God, yeah, it's probably what I'm gonna do. Probably.
I mean, it's a solid plan. Man,
Yeah,
how you been enjoying this weather here lately?
it keeps getting cooler, and you know us, we were all about that hoodie weather, right? So I think tomorrow morning is supposed to be like 40 something, or the day after that. So I'm really am looking forward to it. Uh, I just want it cold. You know what I mean? I don't. If I can't get in the pool, then I just want it cold, and plus
I
it
just
helps.
want to wear a hoodie and start a fire and just live life.
I want the
That's it.
fires out back. You know what I mean? And the kids have been talking about doing like having s'mores and stuff like. And so I was like, maybe this weekend. And then of course this weekend we have a company event. We're gonna go to Six Flags, and
Are you going this year?
I think so because I'm gonna go get the. I want to know about the season passes this year.
Okay. Yeah.
And because they didn't put how much they were, they've always been like 29, 39 bucks or
Right.
whatever. But I know they just did like a merger, it got bought out, and I don't know if it's going to include all the parts. So I'm just going to go check it out. And if the weather's nice, we'll go walk around.
It's supposed to be gorgeous.
Yeah. So
So
I'll probably go out there for that. I'm not going to stay long. It's football Sunday, right? Lizzie was like, we ain't hanging out long. I was like, oh, that's fine, but I want to get if the season passes are reasonable, get them for all the kids and whatnot, so they can go up there whenever they want.
yeah.
So, but
We this is the one time of year that we really go. Like we don't go any other time of the year because it's just like the oldest has gone a few times and she's like, it sucks because there's lines when you go outside of because when the company does it's just our company there. And so like they'll get on roller coasters and they don't even have to get off to ride it again. They're like, "Hey, you want to go again?" They're like, "Yeah, I want to go again."
yeah,
And so they do that. And so this is really the one time. And me and the missus both work for the company, so each kid brings two friends, and they just kind of they have fun. So we're missing part of a tournament on Sunday for it, but it's like it's the one time a year that we go. So
yeah. And that's why I'm looking for those passes because I think like this year I wanted to go for Fright Fest. And I was like, you know what? I wish I had it. And then if I get them, I'm going to go to the Holiday in the Park, see all the lights, all that kind of stuff. Probably take the younger ones with us and, walk around, have a little hot chocolate or something,
yeah.
just hang out. I don't get on the rides anymore, dude.
I don't either. I walk around with the little one, and her friends ride the rides, and I pop a squat and I sit there, and I normally got football up on my phone, and then people walk by, and I'll talk to people while the kids are on the rides, and then okay, which one we going to next? And I just go and yeah. Jason said, "What did you take from Harbinger?"
I have the Kolsch. That's what I took.
Kolsch?
I had
Okay.
him can up a Kolsch. Did you take with RD from Harbinger?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just assuming he was just asking what you got.
Yeah, the Kolsch. I'll do I've been doing Friday night, happy hours and things like that. I'm going to do, instead of probably doing a live, I'll do a recording and I'll post it and tag them and whatnot. But yeah, I took the Kolsch and it was tasty. That was my favorite. So, and then the other place, Lost Street, I had we shared two flights.
Okay.
So Lizzie was not impressed with a lot of them. And so, but they had a hell of a selection. So maybe it was just me picking, styles that she doesn't like. But yeah, that's what I took.
Okay. Good night.
I thought you were asking like who did I talk to? That's what I kind of thought. If that's what you're asking, there was a dude, bald dude with a beard behind the bar, and then a woman there that was talking to him the whole time. They made a comment, and so they're not the owners, but they know the owners, and some other dude walked in too. But yeah, no, that's who was there. It wasn't, I mean, hell, it was just those two, and then some other lady showed up. She left when we left, and then another guy. And of course, when Lizzie has a couple drinks, she's like, "Yeah, no, we have a podcast." And they're like, "Oh yeah, what's the name?" I go, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And he goes, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" Yeah, it's a religious.
Yeah.
You want to check it out?
Praise hands.
Praise hands. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to keeping the weather right where it is. Get a little bit colder. I don't want it to get too cold too soon, just because that the freeze that we had a couple of years ago, even like a couple years ago, not even the big freeze from 2020, 2021, but had some busted pipes, around the
Right.
pool and whatnot. And it's like, Jesus, man, I fixed all that stuff myself for some reason. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna, let me just go ahead and fix it, but should have called somebody. But anyhow, but yeah, I don't want it to do that, but I want it to get cold. I want it to be chilly in the morning, just want
That's it.
it.
Yeah, and like it's the weather's been beautiful. Like it's been the mid 70s, low 70s. I mean, it's been gorgeous. If I can hold on to this for a few more weeks, we got one more tournament like the beginning of December. And if we can get through that before it gets really, really cold, I'll be all right. Like, but it's just nice. Like in the mornings, I hoodie on in the morning when I take the kiddo to school here lately, and it's been all right. It's been
Yeah.
all right. Can't
And so,
complain.
when it gets this late in the year as well, we tend to go play softball, slow pitch softball
Yeah,
up in Grapevine right off the lake. And so it'll be a little breezy out that way, but it's
you're out there. Yeah.
our time to kind of get back on the field. So if we do miss a couple streams, that's where we'll be. Maybe we'll make them up the day before or whatever. But um, yeah, I like those nights. Some of them have been, man, you remember some of those Februaries where it was just like, or Januaries, and it's like 30 degrees, 20 degrees. It's winds blowing like crazy. It's like, oh my God, get me out of here. But we still sit there and drink. It's like,
Still got. I mean, we can't win the game, so we got to try and win the doubleheader.
yeah,
Um,
we were this close last time. These other guys, they wouldn't leave. They
so
wouldn't leave.
close, so close,
hmm
man.
Right now, well, I was talking about 3D prints earlier. Now you got your hands on the 3D prints. Where are those two antique malls that you set them all up at?
So we've got Lone Star Antique Mall, which is out there in Haltom City off of Denton Highway and 820. And then Mid Cities Antique Malls over in Hearst off of Pipeline and Precinct Line. Um, and I've got booths set up in both of those where prints in both. So some have different prints than other ones, right? Because I'll set some stuff up at this one for a little while, and if it doesn't move, I'll move it over to the other one, and vice versa. Move the stuff kind of back and forth. But it's not just the prints, like Funko Pops, comic books, cards, sports cards, comic book cards, collectibles, action figures, all kinds of shit. Anything I can get my hands on.
Yeah,
I'll
that's what I'm
throw
gonna
it.
say. I was like, make sure I know there's other stuff you got out there. I was like, I didn't know what else. It's funny. I saw a Pez dispenser, but it's the big one. So
Yeah.
the Pez candy, it was a Pikachu one. And I was like, damn it. I was like, you know what? Like, I bet you I could, send this off to Alan and make some money on it or something like that. But I left it laying where it was. Like, all right, but it's like I think it's just because my house is packed. I got no room for anything. But I mean, I'm probably gonna have some old stuff and some old gaming equipment and whatnot that I'm gonna have to get rid of and just be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done for a while. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I could let go of some of this stuff. But yeah. Did you ever buy that N64 that I sent you? That those
They never. Someone probably got to it before me. I messaged them. They never messaged me back. So I've been keeping my eyes open for that. Like I want to get that and Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I was able to pick up a PlayStation 2 not that long ago. Got a good deal on one of the slim ones with a ton of games. Um, but yeah, I keep my eyes open and I'll hit every once in a while one will show up on Facebook Marketplace that's reasonably priced but usually someone else has already gotten to it, right? It's you gotta get those as soon as they get on there because people are just sitting there just watching for that stuff
yeah,
to
yeah.
try and get them.
And
So,
same way. And I'm not even trying to flip it. I'm like when I buy stuff like that, it's like, no, it's for me. It's to add to the collection. And because I can't really go to a normal store and buy it because it's already marked up so freaking much. So I'm like hoping that someone just is selling it and I can go and pick it up or whatever. But
yeah. And occasionally I'll run into it at like garage sales or estate sales. Like there was one this last weekend that I went to, and they had a bunch of. I picked up a few GameCube games, but those were more so to resell because I don't have a GameCube. But they were good deals, and I was like, okay, I can resell these. They had some Xboxes there, and I was like, I kind of wanted them, but where they had them priced at, I was like, that's a little bit out of my price range. And then the next day, everything was going to be half off. So I was like, okay, if I can get there and get them for half off, I'm in. And someone just got there before me and got to them. So, but it was also one of those where I didn't know if they worked or not. So you got to be kind of cautious when you, especially some of those older systems when you're buying them, like whether it works or not. Like you'll have some people that will have like a Nintendo price at like $300, and it's just the console, and they don't have any of the cables or anything like that. And I'm like, buddy, I can buy the whole setup for cheaper than that. Like,
Yeah. Jason, what is going on over there on Instagram, brother? How have you been? It's good to see you. We were actually talking about Brutal not too long ago.
yeah.
What's up, brother? Yeah.
Hope you're doing good, Jason.
I feel you, man. I do. And it's like some people are just nuts.
Oh,
Right?
I was talking to the guys at Empire Toys out at Cowtown this last year. They had a booth set up out there and was talking to them and, talking about finding, collections and things like that. And I was like, some of these people, like, I came across this guy that had a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff, but it didn't have like any of the accessories. Some of the guys were missing arms and legs. He's like, yeah, no, I know what I have. This is it for all these. It's like $600. I'm like, buddy, you don't know what you have because this dude doesn't have an arm. You don't have any of the accessories. Like if you had the accessories and they were complete, okay, now we're talking. But Splinter doesn't have a head. Like
missing parts, and he's missing arms. He goes,
Right.
I know what I have.
I know what
Okay.
I have. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
God. I'm not reading that.
You obviously don't, but that's cool. That's cool. Like, and they were talking to this one lady about she had a ton of
Herpes.
Star Wars figures. No, probably that too, but Star Wars figures. But it was like from the like 90s when they were all like mass produced, right? From the newer trilogy. And she's like, yeah, no, this is and he's like, that's actually not. She's like, well, look, and she's showing them like stuff on eBay, but she's showing them this is what people are asking for it. And he's like, yeah, no, that's cool. Push that button right there. Scroll down and push the sold button. That's what they're actually selling for. Yeah, people can ask for that all day long, but they're not going to get it. Like, so yeah. What we got here? Whiskey Pros in the house. What? No.
I'm not reading that. You go ahead.
Well, tongue tickle my fart box and call me Arnold. It's the Strikeout Boys. Hello, gents. And Billy Joe's in the house with How About Them Chiefs?
Whiskey always gets me. That's like how
Did you watch the movie yet, Whiskey? Did you watch it yet? I assume like as soon as he got home last night, he fired that movie up because like his response to me was, "How have I never heard of this movie before?"
Oh God.
And I'm like, I don't know.
I wish we knew.
I wish we knew. Like that's something I would expect to have found out from Whiskey. Like honestly, but
Jesus. Oh my God. All right, let's move along to have you watched any Mavericks game, Stars game, anything like that?
no.
Not a one. Even as easy as they make it, you can watch it now. With Victory Plus.
Yeah,
It's just sitting right there, man. I
just
love
not
getting the alerts too.
I'm just not home to sit down and watch the stuff.
Mm.
I don't get to watch a lot of stuff at in the evening time. Most of my TV watching is done during the day, but even that's just kind of like halfway watching, right?
During
It's
business
just kind of on
hours.
in the background. Billy Joe Patrick, why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? Because if they had 4, they would be chicken sedans.
That was pretty good. I like that.
I was a little delayed on the laugh there, though, buddy.
This week's dad joke is brought to you by JB Carts. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and at jbcarts.com.
It took me a second. Yeah, it took me a minute to get there. All right. Well, Stars are currently 3rd in the West in the Central Division. Mavs are 11th in the West, and after that, Klay Thompson went home. They played I almost said Green Bay. They played Golden State last night, and of course they're pretty much winning. Down, they're kind of staying in it, whatever. Then all of a sudden, Steph just takes over. Just takes over the game, wins it in like the last couple minutes. Luka's got 0 defense. It's just like, dude, come on, man. Like, it's right back to where we were last year. I'm not going to harp on it too much. I'll talk more about it in another stream, but I was just like, Jesus, man. Like, it's the same stuff. It's him he's too busy. And he's not only is he bad at defense because he's like, doesn't care or whatever. He's too busy complaining to the refs. So like his guy that he's supposed to cover just goes right down there, nails a layup or a jumper. It's like, good God, man.
And then he commits a foul
Mm.
and then runs over to Jason Kidd's like, no, challenge that. I didn't foul that guy. I didn't foul that guy. And then Jason Kidd's like, okay, I'll trust you, Luca, which is dumb because every time he challenges it, he loses. They're like, no, that was a foul. Like they go and look at the replay for like 2 seconds, and they're like, oh no, you can't karate chop somebody, Luca. That's against the rules. Sorry, buddy.
God.
And then Jason Kidd loses a challenge every time. It's like at a certain point in time, you just got to go up to Luca and be like, look, buddy. Here's the thing. You're not good at determining whether or not you fouled somebody or not because you foul them every time.
Every freaking time.
Here's the last 10 plays you asked me to challenge and that we lost. I'm no longer challenging it when you ask me to. Like, at a certain point in time, kids got to have that conversation with them, right? And be like, look, buddy, your track record's not that great. I get it. Shooters got to shoot, but I'm not shooting this shot anymore. Like,
Done. Go ahead and hit that real quick.
Yeah. Billy Joe 88 is in here. A 3-foot 3-inch man knocked at my door this morning. I said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm the meter man."
Not as good as the coupe and sedan one though, but I chuckled.
The 3 foot 3 inches is a meter. So
yeah.
Just in case you didn't know, that's why that joke's funny.
But so we were watching the game. Winnipeg beat the brakes off the Stars Saturday night, and then the Stars, I think it was last night or the night before, they scored. I think it was 2 nights before. They scored like 7 goals. They beat
6 in 1 period.
Dude, they beat the hell out of, I think it was the Bruins or something. I can't remember. But yeah, I was like, oh my God. It was absolutely it was bonkers. So yeah, hockey's been good. Basketball is kind of like whatever. Cowboys are absolutely in disarray. Dak, we talked about him.
Fun fact: the Stars scored more goals that game than the Cowboys scored points in their last game.
Yeah, that's it. And they posted. It goes, "Who scored a touchdown today?" It was like these guys. It was
the Stars, not the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Stars. Dak's got to have season-ending surgery to repair his hamstring that Allen says fell off the bone. So he's done. Cooper Rush is there. They're in trouble. The season's over. He got paid, and he's like, you know what? I'm out of here.
he's like, I got paid. Let me go tear my hammy off the bone. I'm sure that's not what he did. Like,
let me ask you this: should they tank? 1, should they tank?
Yeah.
2, if they're tanking, should they tank for Shedeur and then bring in prime time to coach? How that would be the absolute circus.
So,
and Jerry would love it.
They're not going to draft Shedeur because they just paid Dak, right? Unless they're able to pull a trade and trade Dak, which that they would have to do that, because here's the thing: Shedeur will be like, "I'm not coming there. I'm not playing." He wants to go somewhere where he's going to play. He'll pull an Eli, be like, "I'm not playing for you." Like, that's all there is to it. I do like. I would like to see Dion here with Dallas. I think that'd be fun. Like,
the circus that it is right now.
But
but with even more flair.
Does Dion come here though? Because he's not going to get the control that he wants. Because I think Dion's going to want some control. Like, and that's the thing. Like, when you're talking about all these teams that have kind of turned things around, a lot of these teams, like the Texans, what did they go and do? They went and they brought in a former player to coach. The Lions, they brought in a former player to coach. They're bringing in players that know about this city, care about that city, and want to completely rebuild, get a new culture going, things like that. So if you look at Dallas, okay, you want to bring in a former player. I mean, Dion's kind of the top candidate based off of former players. Witten's out there coaching, but he's just coaching high school ball right now. And I don't think Witten would come here. Like, I don't think there's a chance in hell Witten would come here to coach.
Oh, yeah. And he's not a big enough stage anyways. He's not there yet, right? And Dion's already there. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun to have Dion here. Yeah, Dion. Can you imagine press conferences with Dion and Jerry? That'd be amazing. That'd be awesome, right? Like, but here's the thing, and like I kind of talked about it. We talked about it during the fantasy football podcast, where if you're a player like Micah is going to be the next player that they're going to have to back up the truck for. If you're Micah, you say, hey, part of my contract is you have to put curtains up to block the sun, because that was a huge play. Because at that point in time, that's for the lead. That's early in the game. That's for the lead. That changes the way that game goes. Now, I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to win it, but it's going to be a whole hell of a lot closer than what it was,
Yeah.
right?
What's up, Killer?
Killer Browns is in the house. What is up, brother? Says, what's up, knuckleheads?
What's up, buddy?
But if you're Dion, you tell Jerry, look, we're putting up curtains. I'm not coming here unless you're putting up curtains. And that's it's going to take somebody coming in and saying, part of my contract is you're putting up curtains. Bottom line.
Yeah.
If you're not going to put them up, I'm not signing. I don't care how much money you throw at me. I'm not doing it. No. Someone else will throw that same amount of money at me. And they won't have to put up curtains because they were smarter when they designed their stadium.
Yeah. And if you think about like with Dak, there's a team out there that would take him. You know, as bad as he actually is, but there's a lot of there's worse teams. And
as bad as he is, but it's also as good as he is, right? He's still a good quarterback. I would love to see him in a functional franchise that knows how to build a team, right? Like knows the right way to do it, puts a good team around him. But no, he's here in Dallas. Like, I mean, we talked about it like before he signed this contract. Like, if he becomes a free agent, he was going to become a Raider. The Raiders would have backed the truck up for him.
mm-hmm.
I mean, you're telling me Raiders fans wouldn't kill to have Dak as their quarterback?
And they'd pay. Yeah, they'd pay. They'd take the contract as it is right now.
They legit would murder somebody for that. Like, that's a fan base that would legit murder somebody for him.
Oh God.
You know? Let's see here. We've got Billy Joe's back here. My neighbor's wife was upset this morning. It seems that she had told her husband that she hated electric cars. She said he grabbed his man purse, put his hair in a man bun, and said when the car charged in 8 hours, he was out of there.
You don't have to put like man purse and man bun and everything in front of you. You just, I think everything else would be fine.
Because he's a man, and so it's a man
purse.
purse.
You just call it a purse.
Bun. It's no.
Done. Put his hair in a bun.
That's not how the purse identifies. So
God. Are we doing picks tonight?
we can.
Yeah.
Picks together.
Yeah, we can do that, and then we'll call tonight.
Okay, wait. I'll retype it.
Jesus.
Oh, you don't have to retype it, Billy Joe.
No. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
Normally you'd have you got Bears Packers, but Packers.
Oh, here's a fun fact for you. Roger says, yeah, he's probably playing next year. Okay.
Yeah. Jesus. You got Chiefs and Bills. You got Seahawks and Niners. Texas and Texas Cowboys. You got Bengals, Chargers. There's some okay.
I mean, it starts with tomorrow. Commanders and Eagles.
Yeah, got to put that in there as one.
Yeah.
Who's on a bye week this week that we?
And the Commanders are getting 3.5 points in that one. We got the Jags v Lions, which we got to do. That's 13.5 point spread. Ooh, buddy.
13.5.
I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if it's
I
enough.
love beating up on really terrible teams, but Jesus, I don't think they could do it. I mean, you score 2 touchdowns there. Are they even going to score? They didn't even score a touchdown. What did they get last week? I don't think anybody got in the end zone. God. By the way, this is another Halloween and no Rapid Dave mask. Oh, yes, I forgot.
Let's see here.
Damn it. Hashtag for this. Thanks, Billy Joe. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got some good games.
Let's do Bills Chiefs. That's the other one. Or you want to do Seahawks Niners? Bills
Yeah,
and Chiefs.
Bills and Chiefs. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
come on,
There
man.
we go. All right. So there's
Uh,
our 5 games.
and then hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Bengals v Chargers.
What's the spread on that one?
The
Is that
Bengals are getting
pick'em?
1.5.
Okay.
All right, so let's start off at the top. We've got the Commanders and the Eagles. The Commanders are getting 3.5 points. And I'm just going to go ahead and go out there, and I'm just going to tell you, I like the Commanders, and I think the Commanders. I don't even think they need the 3.5 points. Give me the Commanders to win this game. But if you're going to give me 3.5 points, I'm taking 3.5 points. Bill Patrick, test. We got you, buddy.
Coming in loud and clear. Are the Commanders the team that hasn't beat a winning record team yet?
I don't know.
Someone mentioned that the other day, and it's like now it's stuck in my head. But I can't remember if it was them or somebody else. Like they barely beat the Bears a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but they did.
They barely beat the Giants. Steelers beat them this past week. They don't do good on the road. How many points?
3.5.
Damn it! That's here's the coin. You ready? The away team. They want Washington as well.
Commanders, okay.
Let me check the Eagles real quick. You know, you catch me off guard here, and I figure I want to see. I just want to see what's going on in Philly world. We'll get the touchdown brothers on the horn. Yeah, that's fine. Give me Philly to cover.
Okay,
that's enough. I've seen enough.
Okay. And then the Jags and the Lions. 13. The Jags are getting 13.5.
Yeah, I don't care. I would start getting concerned if it was at 21. But yeah, give me the Lions, please.
It's not. And
home team.
The Lions. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And here's the thing, like they're also going to be looking to like kind of like rebound, right? After, that performance this last week. Although, I mean, the defense played great.
Oh, it was terrible.
But the offense is going to be looking like, hey, look, we're going to get back on track, and they're just going to take it out on that Jacksonville defense. Like I feel bad for them. Bill Patrick had a colonoscopy this week. Made the doctor write a note to the wife that my head was not up there. Ravens are traveling to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. The Steelers are getting 3 points.
That's the game you picked? Oh, we got 2. Okay, that and the Chiefs and Bills. Okay, I got you. Who's getting the points?
The Steelers are getting 3. Those are 2 good teams.
They are good teams.
Like,
Steelers
say what you will, but Mike Tomlin he's a hell of a coach. Like, dude always gets the best out of his teams.
The only thing I can ever see with with Tomlin or whatever was he tried to trip that guy on the sideline when he was running down the field. Are you go first on this one? Do I go first?
I go first because I went first with the first one. I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah,
they're just a better team. I think it'll be a close game, but they'll win by 6. How about that?
They just lost. They barely beat them. Okay, yeah, the Ravens. Yeah, no problem. Ravens, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, what's the coin say?
Oh, sorry about that. Let me see. The coin's ready. Coin flips.
What's it on?
It did land like this on the ground.
Okay, and that is
away team.
Away team. So that is the Ravens.
Yeah. If you want me to flip it again, I'll flip it again. But yeah, I was like, I look down, I go, okay.
There's no benefit for you for lying to what the coin says. Like,
well, I was like, I'll free flip it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Chiefs versus the Bills. The Chiefs are getting 2 points.
I'm gonna ride them out until they lose. Why would I pick against the Chiefs? Give me the Chefs.
I'm gonna go the Bills. I guess
you have to.
They're in Buffalo. It's time. It's time.
I've said it too many years that it's time, and I'm done with saying it's time. Like it's just over. They barely beat.
It's regular season. If this was the playoffs, it's a different story. A regular season game, yeah, give me the Bills to win it.
They haven't.
Bills win by 3. By 3.
Win by 3. Oh, they get 3.5.
They get 2.
2.
The Chiefs are getting 2.
All right, fine.
You only need to watch the final 30 seconds of the Chiefs game, and you'll see 5 no calls against the Chiefs in that 30 seconds.
If the Chiefs have the ball, you'll see the calls and no calls. All right, here goes the coin. Home
That was
team.
the Bills. And last but not least, we got the Bengals playing the Chargers.
Thinking
The
up one more
Bengals are
time.
getting 1.5.
I like that. Your boy Justin's starting to play a little bit better.
Yeah. Give me Chargers.
Yeah, starting to turn it around. They beat the Titans by 10. They beat the Browns by 17. Beat the Saints by 20. Got beat by the Cardinals. I mean, you can see they're starting to peak, but I mean the Saints do suck. So do the Browns. Titans are a horrible team. They are at home. How many points?
1.5.
The Bengals are getting 1.5.
Yeah.
Coin goes home team.
Chargers.
I think I got to go. I'm going to go Chargers so that the Bengals actually win this game.
No, that's not how this is going to work.
Yeah,
They hear you're putting your logic out there. That's not how this works. When it's your team, right? Like, come on.
Chargers. I think. I
already wrote it
down. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals do win, but yeah, the Chargers are peaking. They're peaking at the right time.
Chargers are. It's a team that you didn't really think much of at the beginning of the year, but they're 6-3.
Yeah.
So
they're 6-3 now, man.
They're pretty good.
They got a tough little schedule here. I'd say even if let's say the Bengals are an easier team, they got the Ravens the following week. They got to go to Atlanta. They got to go to Kansas City. They host the Bucks, host the Broncos, head up to New England, and then at least they get the Raiders on the 5th of January.
And New England's kind of a I'm not worried about.
They got decent defense. You got to go up there. You got to go to the cold New England for December 29th. That's kind of tough. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of hey, if they get through this and make it out the other side, they're definitely a playoff team. You know what I mean? That's tough. That's tough games right there.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's it. That'll do it.
That's it. That's all we got here. Oh, do you want to save your one? You had one topic left. You want to save that for our Patreon?
What was it?
The language barrier.
We can. Yeah. Just real quick, actually, we'll do it now because it's not like a full on have a discussion type thing. But I was at the gym, and this guy walks in and scans a different barcode for another gym, and the guy's like, "Hey, that's not for here." He goes, "What is that? Whatever," and he's like, "Someone just texted me saying I'm 5 minutes away." Hey, Lily, I'm 5 minutes away. Who the hell is Lily?
I hope Lizzie's not home because that's not going to work out.
I hope Lizzie is home.
For Lily at all.
Lily at the door.
It's going to be a murder over at your house.
And so the guy's like, "Hey, that's not it." He just kind of like makes kind of a grunt and like a confused face look or whatever, and just says, and he scans it again and starts to walk off. The guy's like, "Hey, no, hey, this is not here. Whatever. This is not you're supposed to be at another place. This is not this gym." And so I was thought to myself, I'm like, I wonder how many times this guy just plays that shit. Like, I'm just going to do what I want, or I didn't know it was 10 items or less, or this, just acts like, he doesn't give a shit. He's just going to do what he wants. And he just blames it on, say, a language barrier. I was like, have you ever seen anybody just blatantly do that? Just act dumb and just be like, "Oh, okay."
No, I don't think so. Like, I'm just trying. Like, I've seen people just ignore it, right? Like, if I'm walking out Walmart and they're like, "Hey, I need to see your receipt," and I'm like, "No, thanks, I'm good," and I just keep walking, right?
I didn't see your receipt. No, I don't.
No, I'm good. I just keep. Or the good one is like, it used to be like if you paid with your phone, you'd get a receipt on your phone, but then it would also print out a receipt. And so I'd be walking out like, I need to see your receipt, and I would just hand it to him and just keep walking. And they'd be like, "Sir, your receipt you need." I was like, "Nah, no, you need it more than I do. You're the one who asked for it." Like,
I did that last night. Someone's like, "Hey, can I see your receipt?" I handed it to him and kept going.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not returning this crap.
there you go. But I mean, and here's the thing: like with the way it is now, you don't have to have your receipt to return it, and like you can get your money back because now they can just pull up all the transactions based off the card that you use.
Mhm.
So, but like with Walmart, I just pay with the Walmart app. I have my card on there, and so I just scan and walk out. I'll have some like if I'll have it on my phone, like, hey, can I see your receipt? And I'll just show it to them, and I'll keep walking. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm like, you saw it, like, but
Like I don't care, man. I
yeah,
just don't care. But yeah, I was like this guy. I was like, I just thought to myself, I'm like, son of a bitch is just like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna work out. Sorry.
but I like to have fun with like. There's one time they're like, sir, I need to see your receipt. I was like, oh, just ask the cashier that rung me up. They'll tell you I paid for everything. They're like, well, who was that? I go, it was me, and then just keep walking.
It was me. He paid.
It was me. Yeah. Yeah. But there's like one guy at the Walmart over here, like he just knows, like he just doesn't ask me anymore because he knows I'm not stopping and I'm not. And like he was checking someone's receipt and the lady was pitching a fit about it, right? And I go walking by and she's like, well, why didn't you stop him? He's like, him? Oh, he's not going to stop for me. He's not showing me his receipt.
Oh, him? He doesn't stop.
Yeah, that guy's not stopping. Like,
Jesus.
that's all there is to that. Bill said all the toilets in York's police station have been stolen. The police have nothing to go on.
Last one of the night. Let's go.
And 15 years ago, I married my best friend. The wife was pretty pissed, but me and Leon were drunk and thought it was pretty funny.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's a good one to end the show on. Oh yeah.
You know what, guys? Thank you so much for being for watching us, supporting us. We're gonna record something for Patreon. We're gonna have some fun with that. You can join the Patreon for free. We put free videos out there too. But if you want a little bit extra, it's like $3. Buy your pals a beer, and just see what you get. You get more content from us, but also go check us out over at sbfantasyfootball.com. We don't have a website, but SB Fantasy Football. That's where pretty much all of our fantasy football content is. We do lives over on YouTube before this show at 7 p.m. Central Time. I do live Saturday night, bunch of shorts, things like that. But check it out. Give us a follow. Don't give us a follow. It's whatever floats your boat. But thank you guys. We love you. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces.